Hi, I'm Renee, and in this video, a group of Wynncraft builders will tour the Minecraft Middle-earth server. So, we're here, Tony Boy 1, say something.
Hello.
Poge 5.
Hello.
This one is the tour guy, I will get to him later.
Uh-oh.
Afro Snail.
Hi.
Okorg just left, and there is one more that I cannot find right now.
He's probably just joining.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just need the IP.
Organization skills
Alright.
right there.
Well, Birdo, you're our guide, so what will we do in this video?
Well, we'll look around some different projects that we have. So we've got projects that are almost finished, projects that are currently ongoing, and then ones that have just started and are just in the planning phase where we're doing texture work, planning, city planning, and then just general ideas
Right.
what's going to happen.
So could you now show us how do you build on the server, like the thing that you showed us, but I didn't record it?
First, want to maybe give your IP to your friend so you can join?
Oh yeah, the IP is build.mcmiddleearth.com.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Orker.
You have to do a quiz when you join, so if you need help, just.
He already did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
did
did?
that in the last video.
Awesome. In that case, so yes, you can build by either becoming an actual builder on the server, which means you get creative mode, you can build on the map, or you can join jobs. Like I have started a job where almost all of you are in it, I think. So where you just press F, you've got creative mode whilst in a job. You'll be supervised on building. So I am supervising all of you. I'm ready to ban all of you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you just build, press F, or use the normal E inventory and just build around. So you've got F. The F inventory is the custom menu that we have. So if you open it up, you've got all the custom blocks that we've done through armor stands, and it is great. It's so useful to use. You've got cursed blocks like the vertical half slabs, everything.
Okay,
Vertical
so
thin
I'll
slab.
show some of those. Nice. Fireworks, some reeds.
This is the real cursed one.
No, this is the best one.
What texture is that? That texture must not be existing currently. A very important block that we use.
Yes, yes, I see. So
I don't know which block that is, should be. We just updated to 1.14, so some blocks still kind of bug out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Damn, we're
as
still
you
on
can see,
1.8.
slabs are a thing also. Alright, so can you show us some of the builds?
Yeah. Okay, let's clear up this up before somebody sees this illegal stuff. So basically, this is Osgiliath. This is what used to be a capital of this region. So it has been abandoned for a long time. So it's got to have a ruined field. So it's been abandoned for like 1,000 years, but it's currently manned by a militia. So the whole point we had this city. The city originally was started back in 2013. They fully built it. Like the entire city was built with interiors, with like decorations and everything. And about 2 weeks later, we had to start ruining everything.
Oh,
So
like ruining, to make it look ruined, or like
to make it look ruined. So we built. So we've got a version of it where it's built up entirely. Every house got interior, everything, and then just 2 weeks later, we start ruining everything. So, for example, I had a job there where I was painting blocks to like show bookcases. And I spent 2 days doing that, and then 2 weeks later I had to just destroy everything I did.
That's an interesting workflow.
Yeah, I know. It's just. I know.
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just.
No. It is. People.
I mean,
no point.
when I'm set to like do something destroyed, I also build it in like how it was, and then I destroy it. We also have quite a lot of destroyed stuff on Wynncraft.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's that's not usually how we do it, is it? Like we just start by building.
I think it's
ruined
different
part.
from person to person.
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what, like, for this city, because you can still recognize houses. So if you fly around, you can still see houses.
Yeah, the result is amazing.
Yeah,
It
so
looks really
you
good.
can still see that they're houses. So it's not, you have to build the house entirely and then destroy it. So the person who used to run this would used to say, give each house a story behind it. So imagine, like, this is a catapult, like it got catapulted and it's got a hole in the roof, and part of the walls missing, and maybe did it collapse? Did the tower collapse? So like, try to give a house a story, which makes it more interesting to like build.
We can't add the lore to any of our builds. We always have to get it approved by either Salted or someone or some manager.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's similar here. We've got a lore. You've got to approve and so on. So you've got to find if it's law friendly or if it's based on the movies. So
yeah.
Carry on. Yeah. So if you go inside like the main camp area that you've seen.
I'll TP to you. Wait. So what's your nickname again? Oh yeah.
It's better. Just. So in this camp area is the most recent thing we've been building. If you go inside, you can see the kind of the decorations that we're going for the interior.
Oh, I see. I really like it.
With custom inventory blocks and everything. There are some textures which are currently bugged out, which we're fixing because of the update.
This really reminds me of Conquest Reforged. That's a mod, and it adds like 6,000 new blocks, like slab variants of everything and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we know quite a few people who work for, like, example, Artcraft. We know quite a few people who work there, and yeah, so it's kind of that's the thing. That's where you get the idea from. Where you've got so many more block states that you can use, but we want to tend to keep to vanilla because it's easier for people to join.
Yeah.
It's less like you don't need to have a beefy computer to run anything. It's just easier.
I mean, I'm having like 15 FPS, I think, but it's I mean good enough to move and build.
Yeah, like depends. Yeah, honestly, some people get like join the server, got like no FPS instantly, and then some people just join with like 3,000 FPS because go like Titan X 180s, about 15 of them.
Alright, so any opinions, comments from the very experienced builders?
Should I TP over?
Probably.
Oh, it's TP. I'm stupid.
Well, yeah, I just thought I was also used to the /TP command, but you have to put the A on it and wait for someone to accept your request.
Yeah, just TP to me. I'll accept it.
I think.
What are you called?
I think
or just
like what you were talking about before. The like the way that you went about like making the city with having a backstory for everything is super interesting because for a lot of what we do on Wynncraft, we just kind of build. Like what I was saying before with how we just start by building the ruined part. For example, in Road to Dawn, the brand new parts we've built, there's a bunch of ruins, which weren't all planned out exactly.
Yeah, we started by doing it. Well, we started and then we redone basically the entire province. So.
Yeah, that's true. Because we just randomly made like piles of stone.
Yeah,
it was so spammy in the start too.
Yeah.
Back in 2013, the person who originally planned this out, we built a first version. There was a first version of this, but they scrapped the entire thing because it was too small.
This is huge.
Yeah, exactly. This is huge. The original project took 2 years to build, and then we went back and looked at the lore behind it and said, like, actually, it's been abandoned for about 1,000 years. It should be a lot greener, so it should be more vegetated, more trees and everything. So then I pitched this idea, and I got approved, and now I've been running this project for last year, I think. We're going through each section by section. So if you walk out the camp area, it's divided into 4 little islands. You've got a massive river flowing through it.
Oh, this bridge is epic. Damn, this bridge.
This is
Yeah.
this is a
I like
a
it.
basic bridge.
This bridge.
Yeah, but I just like the combination of wood and stone.
Yeah, so
Uh,
yeah, it's good. Its main bridge that have collapsed over the years has been rebuilt. You've got
Yeah.
the like
by
this
archer
is
who
a
tree.
really
exactly?
neat-
The orcs or the people?
So this was destroyed by the orcs in a war about 1,500 years ago. Then it's fell into ruin because of like plague and so on. Which
Yeah.
all this information we get from the lore that Tolkien wrote,
Uh-huh.
and then we try to introduce this, and then think actually it's been in the hands of the Gondor for the last 100 years. It will be repaired. There will be going back and forth repairing stuff, and
Ah, nice.
so you've got nobody lives here. No actual people live here except our soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So that means only key areas will be like rebuilt, like this area where they're building trebuchets or so on,
Yeah.
and everything else would just fall into decay because there's no point updating keeping it up. That's the kind of story we're going for here.
So how? Oh, sorry.
I
Go ahead.
just want to say that I really like all of the details. They are just amazing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like lore friendly to the original writings is this? Like, do you only copy his work or do you make your own stuff up?
Like no, we do not just only we are very like liberal sometimes. Where
Oh, okay.
if you think, for example, Rivendell, it's like a very famous movie location.
Mhm.
Most
Yes.
people would recognize it instantly from the films alone. So we would rather build
course.
like that. Same with Minas Tirith.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
very like movie location. So
Yeah, I'm not like super into the entire story, but all the locations you've made are like from the original
location
work. Okay.
like locations will be either from the lore, and then
Yeah, okay.
if like to make it look more lively, you add villages and towns
Yeah,
here
okay.
and there.
Yeah, that makes
To
sense.
make it look more lively, like it's an actual place. So if you carry on, like if you go towards the corner of the camp that we're currently in, we can fly across to the main bridge and like one of the inspired location that we copied. So if you fly across here, you've got this main bridge here, which kind of crosses across the main river,
Hmm.
Oh,
which you will see there.
Oh, this is massive.
Yeah, this is actually very
Oh.
big.
the Great Bridge 2.0.
Yeah, so this is
Damn.
for the person who asked, like, do you like the translation between wood? So this, I think, is the
Yeah.
best one.
Yeah,
We've
this
got
looks really good. I like the
Very nice.
Yeah.
you've got
really
this-
rich colors here.
Yeah, so you've got the bridge that collapsed in the middle, so they repaired it so you can still cross it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why,
And
this reminds me of Dark Souls 3 and it's epic.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
like
These
a
little
little-
marketplaces up here. It's nice.
And a shipwreck.
then-
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. You've got shipwrecks on the side of corners, and then you've got this massive dome star.
I like
building.
these trees.
Epic.
Yeah, the trees all hand built, all custom.
Yeah.
So pain. I had to spend ages.
Do you make
copy
them
and pasting them.
individually or do you paste them?
Make them individually and then copy and paste them across.
Ah,
So
okay.
If you
So
look
you
up,
have a set of trees that you work
if
with.
you look up in the air, you can see the set of trees I've been using.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like loads of trees that I've when like looked across all the trees we've built to like handpick stuff that look good,
Uh,
and then copy and paste them across wherever they fit in.
we did
Uh,
it similarly, but now that we are using the echo trees, I have them like completely off map.
Yeah, we have an interesting system where they're spawned in procedurally with like structure blocks. Are they called that? Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
So, but it's basically the same.
Yeah, we have a similar system that it's stencils. So we use stencils. We paste them
Oh
in.
yeah.
But sadly, I never learned the command, so I just been doing it the long way.
Oh.
So somebody tried to explain it to me. I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I just do the long and painful way.
Alright,
So
well, we've
discuss.
been on this build for 14 minutes now. Can you show us something, another one of them?
yeah, another one. So what can I show? I can show you one that was be currently working on, which is for like this starting procedure, which is Londir.
Can we TP2 now?
No, I need to actually figure out what
Ah.
warp is.
You could just write the warp in the chat, I think.
I don't know how to spell it.
Ah.
That's the problem. So I just
That's
need to
probably a
find-
problem with a lot of these Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly.
locations.
Yeah, so the half of them are on Elvish, and like how to type that. And I like too many warp pages to actually find the right one.
Oh. We have so many warp pages on our server. It's insane.
Yeah, we have like 1,200. I think we've gotten to 300 right now.
That's mental. Why would you do?
Because everyone can make how many warps they want.
That is nuts. How do you keep track of all that?
We don't.
just lose it. Like.
I think there's a way.
Hamps with his weird warps.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a way to look up like the warps an individual person has made. So some of the people don't have that many, so they can like keep track of it that way.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
No.
I think it's like warps and then they're IGN.
There's a random warp.
Yeah, and then just a page number.
Oh yeah.
It's literally to see random fence in the map.
So this is a location that we're currently building. This is another very ruined city, an old historic city that's like 3,000 years old. But if you fly up across here, just this is currently work. So we're currently working a texture pack.
Oh.
So currently don't have enough textures to make it look very ruined because it's like for the city, it's like meant to be just foundation level of buildings left. So it's like. So they've currently got custom texture packs, so all the buildings look weird because we've got development textures.
Okay.
Things are being worked on, but this is for any player that joins. This is what these will look like. Quite awful, but you can see the planning that we go for: the street layouts, the city planning, the walls, the main buildings are built first.
This is absolutely massive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so compact. Dang.
Oh.
We have nothing on this scale on our server.
Yeah.
Everything is a lot smaller because it's meant for like
Gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay. So
I mean, imagine just playing. Imagine, for example, Sinfraz being this big.
Yeah, it takes 20 minutes to go from the one end to the other.
It would lack so much from content. There would be like zero content in.
Or we could do another Gavel update only for one city.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, I love the Is it supposed to be like a cathedral? I don't know, the spire things.
Which one are you?
I don't know. I thought it was a cathedral because of the bright colors, but I see it's just because it's lacking resource pack.
Yeah, lacking resource packs. But yeah, this is I think the royal palaces or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
so this area here is the royal section, I think. Hence why you've got it's gated off behind another wall.
Ah, yeah.
The chorus.
I think. Exactly. So it looks dodgy as hell.
And what will be the chorus? Some kind of pillar?
Yes. So we're going for like some. I think what style they're going for these buildings. Some Victorian time type, like the high-rise buildings like joined together and so on.
Yeah.
So I think it's that type of style, but you won't get to see it because it's been like heavily ruined. Byzantine style. There we go.
Okay.
Byzantine style. I think that's what we're going for. No Victorian time. What am I talking about?
And so you will just and how many houses will you hand build and then paste over?
None. Or every single one will be hand built.
All of them by hand?
Every house is different.
Holy crap!
All this was planned by hand. So it was one player legit just planned this all out by himself.
And what would you estimate the time frame for doing something like this? Like a few years? Or
this depends how active. Like if you get people involved, start running jobs and set style that it's easy to follow. It could be done. Minas Tirith was knocked out in about 6 months. So it depends on the actual work ethics of people who work on it. But for something like this, I could say 7 months. Because you've got to do the 7 months of actual building, and then maybe another 6 months of actually doing the textures.
Yeah.
Developing all that side of things.
Wait, and you mean the entire city or just the planning?
Planning and building the entire city.
Wait, you said texturing after building. Wait, you build them in texture?
The texture beforehand. So we're currently in the texturing. We've currently done the planning and we're currently in the texturing stage.
I thought you just placed random blocks and then we just textured them afterwards.
Fix it in post.
To be honest, that'll be so much easier. Like, I can visualize what this texture will be.
Yeah, of course.
But in that, it takes a lot of work to texture all these blocks.
So who do you have doing the textures?
Often it is the other designers. Some people know that I do texture and graphic design. So we've got one dedicated texturer currently, Toti, who is the master, and he's got like people working for him trying to figure out stuff. But each resource pack kind of got their own people. So Bart does a lot for Moria and different projects. Toti does it for Gondor. Ivan, who's this project leader, does it for this project. So it depends if they know how to do it.
This reminds me, we talked that we could see Moria.
Yes, Moria.
Oh, I want to see.
That's
the one place I know from the movies.
We were there actually once last time that we filmed it, but the recording got all messed up, so I didn't use it. So this time it will be like the first time for the viewers, but the second time for the actual people that are here, for Afro, Snail, and Poge. Wait.
Why could I not warp to Moria? What the hell? Okay, there we go.
Also, I just want to say that my biggest project, my biggest city that I have built and that I have made a time lapse on, is as big as one of these sections you have here. Yeah.
That is. I mean, to do build by yourself, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's still very big. So this is the warp. So there's Moria is so big. It could be entire like server project on its own. So it's in a different map. It goes from 0 to height limits 3 times. We're planning to do 3 separate layers.
Ooh.
Like in the lore, and it's got 3 separate servers, which will go from bedrock to high level.
God
So
damn.
it just falls. And
Wait,
it's
so
got
it's so big you have to store it in different worlds.
Yes. So
Crazy.
So currently you're still the main map that through into the hole. You will get automatically teleported.
And there I thought me building to the height limit was something extra.
Yeah, and this hole is like the person playing Moria, like something is wrong with him. He's missing something. Something was missing.
If you want to be a megalomaniac, you have to there has to be something wrong with you, but like in the right way.
Yeah, the person planning out this, he got the definition of go big or go home, to the just took that key phrase and made it a reality.
Damn, these pillars are epic.
Yes. So these pillar designs were inspired by the lore. So the lore describes them as they look like trees. So we do a contest on the server, so anyone could join. And it was design pillars to this height limit. These are the pillars that won.
I just joined, and then I walked like 5 blocks, and then the texture pack had to change again. And the texture pack takes like half a minute to load for me, I think.
Yeah, it's loading entirely different texture. Like it's. You also got to warp and then get automatically teleported.
The third wall. What is even going on? Extreme Thanos build.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Thanos on steroids ×3.
Holy shit!
Wait, I will TP to you.
Oh, this
This
cute
is
statue.
crazy. I just kept going forward and there's no end. What is going on?
Yeah, like this carries on for ages. Like, you do understand? This is stupid. Like, this is 7,000 blocks along. This from east to west. It's 7,000 blocks.
I think I heard wrong, but did you say one person built this?
He built the pillars. Different people to build different parts. So somebody built all the and the Balrog. So that was a artist who was very skilled, like to build this like Balrog and the murals.
Wait, you have the
pixel art.
Balrog built? I'm right
the
here.
architecture on this roof is brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a Gandalf that is right here? Wait.
That can be you. You can stand here.
Wait,
and you can say you shall not pass.
Wait. What's the best thing that I can use for a rod?
No, I did.
Mr.
I did the intro quiz. This is not a roleplay server. You can't do that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
what are you
I'm
doing?
Gandalf. You shall not pass.
And then we break the bridge apart.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, it keeps
I'm going
going.
to use this as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
This is epic.
Also, fun fact: if you go to the bridge and jump down, you will get teleported down for ages. You will just keep if you keep falling, you'll get teleported down for quite a while. It's like
Oh, no.
meant to be in the films where like Gandalf is battling the
Uh-huh.
like Balrog, falling down. We've got all that where you're just falling down for ages.
Wait, and
Oh,
are
yes.
these like the same room or are these different rooms?
No, these are different locations. Like you get automatically teleported, I think. Because currently, if you're at the bridge and you look downwards, that's bedrock,
Uh-huh.
basically. So yeah, you just carry on falling constantly.
And
Oh,
this
I
is
have
how
water now.
proper is made.
Yeah, so this is like extreme version.
Oh, I got to the water level.
Yep.
Rene, you didn't even see everything after that bridge, though. I think.
I mean,
It
Yeah.
kept going for like.
Yeah, it was sick.
Oh.
RTP.
Damn.
Fun fact: inside the Balrog,
Oh.
me and another designer built a strip club inside.
What?
What?
Oh, hell yeah.
Instantly teleports. Papa, you're very excited, aren't you?
I need to experience these valuable.
Is there a way
So-
to get to spectator mode?
You need to be an artist above, so sadly I cannot
Ah.
give you that permission.
Now,
But if you go inside,
Oh.
the Balrog, you've got a little.
Yeah, let's
the
go.
greatest feature of the server now.
You've got a disco pad up here if you want to smash out EDM tunes and everything.
This is very great league.
Mm.
Great league.
Yeah.
Screw
The
the
DJ club.
Yeah. So
7,000 block long. Like,
for the purpose of the video, you probably just get out there before you get demonetized.
I mean, I don't get monetized in the first place.
No worries, then.
that's massive.
Let's
brain.
take this to PG, like 18 plus. Let's go. But yeah, if you go,
All right. PG-13 has one swear word allowed. Who wants to take the?
Oh, I
matters
already
in
said
their
crap
hands?
once.
Ah,
Prick.
man. That's
Couple
two
of
swear
words.
you're a
words.
sissy. But
Just
yeah,
the
if you fly
bridge.
down, yeah, if
So
you fly,
nice.
yeah, if you fly down, you can see the absolute scale of this hall. I think there is a very nice place called the Great Shaft. Which is meant to be like a transporting hub where you can transport goods between different levels. Where it shows just the scale of the scale of the halls.
Hey, Afro.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
walls, they have paintings on them.
Yeah, they've got murals, like dwarven murals to show like
Oh, wow, I
Nice.
didn't know.
our
Wow.
famous
Afro, do you want to
battle.
see the great? What did you call it? The Great Shaft?
Yeah, the Great Shaft, yeah.
All right. Was the warp?
Uh,
Do you want to see my Great Shaft, Afro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now
please.
you've taken it to PG-18.
I need to see it.
Is there any sort of night vision that I can use?
Yes, you can do /FBT. You get full night vision.
Oh,
How?
I should have said that beforehand.
Yeah.
Don't do it though. It's nice when it's dark.
I like
No,
it when it starts, but
No, just type it. It's honestly just helps a lot more. To be honest.
Uh-huh.
My eyes die.
No, just do it. Do it.
I mean, my eyes are also dying, but I wouldn't like to show off this thing in the fullest brightness. I
Yeah.
guess.
So, who else needs to be teleported?
Oh,
I'm gonna put shadows on and make it like
oh, thanks.
completely black.
I mean, if I would put shaders on this, I would get like 0 to 1 FPS. So.
Perfect.
So yeah, so if you stand down here, you've got max like viewing setting. What's it called render distance.
Uh-huh.
You can probably see the top of it.
Hi.
Wow,
so this is like
I like the angle, Afro. You can go back and stand above me like this.
No.
But yeah, if you fly up, you can just see the massive scale of how tall this
And
building is. This goes
what
from.
part of the mines is this?
This is the fifth hall. This is the. This is quite close to the second hall, but it's still towards like the entrance.
Uh huh.
Because we've only built about 30% of entire Moria, probably.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even less.
We've actually warped to Moria, and we found some part that was only slightly built, but I see that you have built lots here, and that it was just us not knowing where to go.
Like, I think a count of how many halls built by a player was around 500, 600 halls
God damn.
built. So yeah, that's just the mouse scale, and that's only about 20 to 30% done.
So, how
So
long
that's-
have you
so
been
that's
doing
that.
this? Like,
Don't know actually. This has started about 2016, 17.
and you've gotten all this done in like 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah, that's how much we've done so far.
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
We need to step up our game.
Is there a degree with that productive?
So I can show you guys in like what hall looks like when it's in progress.
Oh, can we
Wait,
see
I
that?
think someone asked a question, but no one heard him.
Who asked the question?
Poor guy.
Well, we won't know now. Alright. Well, so what did you want to say?
So yeah, so I mean TP to like I'm being PM by somebody. Yeah, so we've got halls which we're currently building towards the west gates. So have you been to the west gate where you've got an automatic door that opens?
Yeah, I think we've been there. Like in the previous video.
Oh yeah. You mean the one where, the not Kraken, the giant squid attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there, but we don't have it
Oh,
on camera. So
can I see?
Yeah, so
I
if you
wanna see
tap
that.
if you tap that command. People must be like people don't know that I'm doing this tour, so they must be thinking, why am I keep typing like different warp locations?
They're becoming along, it's fine.
Yeah. So if you move
Oh,
forward,
this one.
you automatically opens. You used to be able to type a password, like because in the film you've got to type friend and enter.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
that's
type-
true.
You've got to type the Elven word for a friend, which is melon, and then that will load the texture. Will open the. But because of the update to 1.14, that is not working at the moment.
Aw. And did you have like all of the Elvish letters there?
Yeah, so all the Elvish letters were there, but we
This
need
is
to fix
the
that.
Joker stairs.
Yeah. And
Wait,
jokes.
does this end?
No, it does.
This is your life now. This is your life.
It's one of those like non-Euclidean. It just goes.
It just keeps extending. But yeah, if you fly up here, down
Wait.
here.
Oh my goodness! I did
So
not see that
this is a
coming.
trading. This is a trading. To the side here, you can see all the texture. So this is different glass panels. So it depends how you connect them. It gives you
Oh.
different things.
Alright, I'm here. So where are we?
We're here.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
So- Different glass textures give you different type blocks.
Huh?
So this is how this Moria texture pack works. So unlike the Gondor one, we've got custom inventory, and you've got armor stand blocks. We use the glass textures here to create diagonal blocks.
Mhm.
So that is the trick that we use here. So for example, these textures here, these glass panes here will give you these type of blocks.
Oh.
So you can create perfectly square, like diagonal pillars.
Also, this reminds me kind of Rodrock. Like
Nah,
the,
more like Thanos.
I mean, the color palette is like Thanos, but like the shape
yeah.
and it reminds me more of Rodrock.
Yeah. So yeah, you can get lots of different shapes, and you can see this in the pillar design often used on the ceilings. So if you look up in the ceilings, you've got different diagonal slits and
Oh.
everything.
That's cursed Minecraft again.
Exactly. So that's how we do. We used texture glass panels because they
Wait.
connect quite nicely.
That's not legal.
Title
reminds
of
me
this
of,
video: Cursed Minecraft Middle Earth Wynncraft Builders.
Yay!
Exactly. So yeah. So that's another way of how you can get diagonal blocks. So
It
it's
reminds me
quite
of
helpful.
what's the name of that mod pack? Conquest or something?
Oh yeah, I already
Oh, yeah.
talked about that.
So, yeah. If you fly out this hall, I can show you the hall that's currently in progress. You can see how we kind of go about doing halls.
Oh yeah.
Follow me this way.
Oh,
Straight down this entire hallway.
how do you find your way? Like,
Oh, I actually don't know. This is the two simplest locations.
oh,
The
okay.
people who know the pathway off by heart. I don't know. These people are mental. They have no life. They need to see the sun sometimes.
I mean,
But
they
yeah.
live in Moria. They don't really have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is how we go about. So you've got this square pattern because Moria halls they're generally like
Uh-huh.
a pattern. So you
Yeah.
can split up in different squares and build each square
Hmm.
and then paste across.
Yeah, okay.
So here you can see the person who made the pillar design, the wall textures, how this pillar will connect to the wall, the ceiling design, for example.
This
And
looks
then-
super clean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So and then copy and paste, and you copy and paste them across.
Kind of dope. I like it.
Yeah. So this is the way that we do Moria, like the large halls. Otherwise, everything else will need to be done by hand or different designs. For example, this little thing here is somebody going mental and made a dwarven face as the ceiling.
Wait, where?
If you look,
Oh yeah, it's Gandalf.
yeah. So
Oh.
if you look directly upwards, Ren, you can see the
Nice.
dwarven face.
If you flip your camera, it's like he has a massive head of hair
Oh yeah,
and a third eye.
The Medusa.
It is.
just
Yeah,
a
so-
whole.
But then this most likely won't be used because it's too detailed for this.
Oh,
You won't have this in every single hall, but if a case like this, we'll save it for a different hall because this could be transferred somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe just take the face. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the face because that is pretty amazing detail you go for. But yeah, so this is some crazy builders who just go for mass details, and it's
Really
Incredible.
reminds me of that Corcus guy, the statue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
oh, true, true.
But yeah, so this is like you can see the scale of this hall, like it's huge. So this hall is the thing the treasury. So this is the treasury for all the trading goes on to the eastern side,
Ah.
and yeah, it's huge, absolutely
And
incredible.
do you have the Lonely Mountain from Hobbit?
We've got the terrain for it, but we like just the basic terrain for it, like nothing really there. Because we want to do the Fellowship's Path first, so
Yeah.
Ah,
Gondor, then Mordor, is the next project that we're moving into.
Yeah.
So we've done,
We've been in
uh,
Mordor.
yeah, I think we've done Minas Morgul.
Hmm?
That's one thing we've
how
got.
far are you with that stuff?
Texture pack again. We are
Ooh,
creating the
okay.
texture. We're in the part where we're creating texture pack. So we've got a develop dev texture pack we're working on,
Mhm.
which we used to build Minas Morgul. So the staff members built it,
Mhm.
but
Ah.
it's not open yet to public to see. So
Oh,
Hmm.
we're still working it, which sucks because we can't do any revamps like we want to because all the texture packs like Eridor, Rohan are out of date and don't have the custom inventory that we have in Gondor. And then
Mhm.
we've kind of done a lot of the Gondor stuff, and we don't want to go back over and over again the same builds.
that makes
So
sense.
we've got to update. Where there's downtime, we've got to update all the textures, and
Mm.
then we can start building and revamping other things, like the Shire, the Bree, and so on. But yeah, any questions?
Do you have like just like an estimate of how many people are involved with this?
I mean, I've been here for like 6 years, and like loads. I can't even begin to count how many staff members there were, how many artists. Like
So
it just keeps going over time. So all the players that I know that are currently artists or staff members didn't play about 4 years ago. So only a few people will stay on. So I could say 1,000
uh-huh.
Damn.
over the
Wow.
time, but usually per day there will be about 20 players on.
Okay.
20 to 30 players on about 10 builders per day, and about four or five designers.
Well, that's a bit more than on Wynncraft. Tiny bit more.
Just a
How many players
attack.
like on your server, like day to day?
Day to day, I mean, I know that on the peak hours there are like 1,000 players online at one
Oh
time.
yeah, on the public server.
And a public one, alright.
The
So
public
you-
server has between 1,000 and 2,000 on like the good days on peak hours, but on the build server we have like 2 or 3 people on.
Alright.
In work
So you
nights
build-
we have
you-
like 25, but usually
Yeah, but
those
that doesn't really
usually-
count. I mean, like on average throughout the day.
yeah.
There's
Yeah, whenever I join, it's just me and Hams.
Yeah, it's always hams.
Yeah.
It's weird because in our server we had like a YouTuber come like Keralis, for example. Like loads of
Oh,
people
yeah.
joined, maxed out the server, so 120 players on, but the server could not handle like so many
Oh,
people at the same place at once because we don't have like didn't have any Bungie servers or anything like that. So you just
Uh-huh.
rubber band to hell. So at its peak activity, but we couldn't build
oh.
because it was that laggy. Like anything you built would be undone. So
But I
like,
mean,
you
at
go-
least you got some like public
Yeah.
thing.
Public.
yeah, you got publicity. You got like
Uh-huh.
became like a like Instagram post and so on, which were great. But then we couldn't capitalize on it because the server couldn't handle it. So a lot of those players would leave. And then we only like, but as long as like say 0.001% stay, that's just like 3-4 new dedicated builders, which is
Uh-huh.
quite helpful.
Well,
So-
hopefully you'll get some new dedicated builders from this video also. But since it's all more than 40 minutes long now, I would end it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, so this was this server. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next video. Bye.
Bye bye.
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 Farvel.
Bye.